Have you ever paused to consider the silent battles taking place inside your body? The unseen struggles that decide the course of your health long before any visible signs emerge. Most of us walk through life unaware of the quiet negotiations happening within us, between our choices and our vitality, between fleeting pleasure and lasting well-being. One of the most underestimated truths is that our everyday habits have profound consequences that extend far beyond what we can immediately perceive. Smoking, for instance, is often seen merely as a personal indulgence, a temporary escape, or a companion to stress. Yet the cost it exacts is far more insidious than the eye can see. Beneath the surface, each inhalation of smoke begins a process that gradually erodes the very foundations of our health, touching the organs that are most essential for life, the kidneys. The kidneys are our natural filters, tirelessly working to cleanse the blood, balance minerals, regulate fluids, and sustain our overall equilibrium. Yet, like quiet heroes, they rarely demand attention until distress signals become unavoidable. Dr. Mathew R. Weir has long emphasized that understanding the connection between lifestyle choices and kidney function is crucial. For when we neglect this awareness, we are essentially undermining the body's most vital safeguards. Smoking does not merely harm the lungs or the heart. It strikes at the network of blood vessels that nourish the kidneys, making them vulnerable to chronic kidney disease, a condition that creeps in silently, often unnoticed, until it has already made a formidable impact. It is in this delicate intersection of choice and consequence that the journey toward awareness begins, where knowledge becomes the first step toward empowerment. Imagine the simple act of inhaling smoke becoming a slow, invisible assault on the organs that are tirelessly sustaining your life. Every puff tightens the grip of toxins, reduces blood flow, and diminishes the resilience of tissues that depend on oxygen and nutrients carried through the bloodstream. The philosophy of mindful living, as Dr. Weir teaches, is not simply about abstaining from harmful habits. It is about cultivating a profound awareness of the body's needs and responding with intentionality, honoring the sacred work your organs perform each day. When we begin to understand the magnitude of our choices, we step into a place of responsibility, recognizing that each decision, no matter how small, ripples outward, influencing our present wellness and the quality of our future. Smoking, often disguised as a fleeting comfort, becomes a stark reminder of how invisible threats can dictate the pace of our health deterioration, particularly in organs as vital and sensitive as the kidneys. It is not merely about disease or risk. It is about acknowledging the intricate architecture of life within us, the delicate symphony of blood vessels, filtration mechanisms, and cellular functions that sustain our very existence. To protect these essential systems, we must move beyond passive awareness and toward active care, understanding that quitting smoking is not a restriction, but an act of profound liberation, a reclaiming of control over the trajectory of our health. This realization awakens a sense of urgency, an understanding that waiting until damage is visible may already be too late. Dr. Mathew R. Weir emphasizes that early recognition and intervention are not just medical advice. They are philosophical truths about the value of foresight, self-respect, and the courage to confront our habits. Life is not simply a series of moments lived. It is an ongoing opportunity to make choices that honor our bodies, to turn awareness into action, and to transform seemingly small decisions into monumental acts of self-preservation. Today, as we explore how smoking affects the kidneys, we're not merely looking at statistics or medical mechanisms. We're exploring the deeper lesson that health is a reflection of mindfulness, a mirror of how attuned we are to the subtle signals that our bodies provide, and a testament to the power of choosing life over temporary indulgence. Understanding this connection is the first step toward reclaiming the life that is quietly, patiently waiting within us. As we move deeper into the reality of how smoking affects our kidneys, it is essential to pause and reflect on the unseen consequences that lurk beneath the surface of everyday life. The danger is not always loud, nor does it announce itself with immediate pain. It is silent, relentless, and patient, creeping in through every cigarette, every inhale, gradually tightening its grip on the delicate balance within. Imagine your blood vessels as a network of rivers, tirelessly delivering oxygen, nutrients, and life itself to every corner of your body. Smoking acts like a corrosive force, narrowing these rivers, introducing toxins, and reducing the flow that keeps your kidneys nourished. This is where suspense takes hold. The realization that the harm is already underway long before symptoms appear. Chronic kidney disease is a stealthy adversary, growing quietly, often without warning. Yet it reshapes life with profound consequences once it reaches a critical stage. Dr. Mathew R. Weir has taught that understanding these invisible threats is not just about medical awareness. It is about awakening to the profound responsibility we have toward our own bodies. To truly grasp the danger, we must visualize the slow erosion of renal function, where each compromised blood vessel diminishes filtration capacity, where toxins accumulate, and where resilience gradually fades. Smoking does not discriminate between young or old, healthy or sick. It strikes indiscriminately, undermining the foundations of life that we so often take for granted. The suspense lies in the fact that these consequences remain invisible for years, luring us into a false sense of security while quietly accelerating the progression of kidney disease. It is a paradox of modern life. The very choices that offer momentary relief or satisfaction are simultaneously constructing a pathway toward illness. As Dr. Weir emphasizes, knowledge without action is merely observation, and the true power lies in transforming awareness into tangible, life-preserving habits. Each cigarette becomes more than just a fleeting indulgence. It is a transaction with your future self, a silent agreement to weaken one of the most vital systems of your body. And yet, there is hope, the kind that is born from understanding, from clarity, and from the courage to act decisively. Quitting smoking is not merely a medical intervention. It is an act of profound self-respect, a reclaiming of agency over a body that has been quietly signaling its vulnerability for years. This is where the philosophical dimension merges with the medical. The fight against smoking is a fight for consciousness, a rebellion against passive surrender to forces that threaten life without ceremony or announcement. It is in these moments, when awareness meets urgency, that transformation becomes possible. Dr. Mathew R. Weir has long highlighted that early intervention is not just preventative, it is liberating. By choosing to quit, by recognizing the stakes, we step into a new relationship with our bodies, one based on care, respect, and intentional living. The suspense that once haunted the unseen progression of kidney disease gives way to empowerment, yet it does not eliminate the seriousness of the challenge. The kidneys are resilient, but their recovery requires patience, dedication, and a commitment to lifestyle changes that honor the complexity of human physiology. Understanding that smoking accelerates the decline of kidney function is both a warning and an invitation. A warning that our choices carry consequences, and an invitation to reclaim our health through conscious action. Every step toward quitting is a declaration that life, vitality, and clarity matter more than temporary gratification. Within this journey, we're reminded that health is not a passive inheritance. It is an active achievement, a daily negotiation between our habits and our intentions. As the narrative unfolds, the suspense lingers because the consequences are real, tangible, and profoundly personal. Yet so is the potential for transformation. In the intricate dance of cause and effect, the human spirit is capable of remarkable resilience. Recognizing the threat, understanding the mechanisms, and taking decisive action are not just medical imperatives, they are philosophical affirmations of the value of life. By learning how smoking imperils the kidneys, and appreciating the profound wisdom of Dr. Mathew R. Weir, we begin to see that prevention is not merely avoidance of harm, but a conscious creation of wellness, a deliberate shaping of the future in alignment with our highest intentions. The quiet suspense of unseen damage is replaced with clarity, action, and hope, demonstrating that while the threats may be invisible, the power to change the trajectory of our health lies firmly within our grasp. Now, as we step into the final stretch of understanding how smoking affects the kidneys, it is time to shift from awareness to action, from observation to transformation. The truth is that knowledge alone, no matter how profound, has little power unless it is accompanied by the courage to make meaningful change. Dr. Mathew R. Weir has long emphasized that each individual has within them the ability to alter the trajectory of their own health, to intervene before the silent consequences of their habits become irreversible. This is the moment where philosophy meets practice, where the abstract understanding of cause and effect becomes tangible through deliberate choice. To quit smoking is to reclaim control over the very mechanisms that sustain life, to restore the rivers of nourishment that flow through the kidneys, and to fortify the delicate balance that allows the body to thrive. Every cigarette not smoked, every craving resisted, becomes an affirmation of self-respect, a commitment to life, and a powerful step toward wellness that resonates far beyond the immediate moment. In this journey, the kidneys serve as a reminder of resilience and quiet endurance, working ceaselessly to filter toxins, regulate fluids, and maintain equilibrium, even as the external environment challenges them. Recognizing the vulnerability of these vital organs fosters a sense of responsibility that transcends fear, transforming suspense into motivation and anxiety into empowerment. Dr. Mathew R. Weir teaches that the human body is an intricate masterpiece, capable of remarkable healing when given the opportunity, when nurtured with awareness, and when honored with deliberate care. It is not simply a matter of avoiding harm. It is about actively creating conditions that allow the body to flourish, to resist disease, and to function with clarity and vigor. Smoking, by contrast, undermines this potential, introducing obstacles to health that may take years to reverse, if they can be reversed at all. Yet, the message is not one of despair. It is one of hope, of the profound truth that even small, consistent choices accumulate into transformative results. Each decision to prioritize health, to embrace mindfulness over convenience, to choose life over temporary indulgence, compounds into a protective shield around the kidneys and the body as a whole. The suspense, the hidden danger that once loomed in every cigarette, begins to dissolve as conscious action replaces ignorance, and as intentional living supplants passive habit. Understanding that smoking accelerates chronic kidney disease is a call to honor the present moment, to act with foresight, and to invest in a future of vitality. As we reflect on this, it becomes clear that prevention is not merely a medical strategy. It is a philosophical stance, a testament to the value of life and the power of deliberate choice. Dr. Mathew R. Weir reminds us that the journey toward wellness is ongoing, a path that requires patience, commitment, and the courage to confront habits that no longer serve us. By embracing this journey, we not only protect the kidneys, we also cultivate resilience, clarity, and a deeper connection to the body that sustains us. Quitting smoking is both a practical action and a symbolic victory, a declaration that we refuse to surrender to invisible threats, and that we value life as a sacred, actionable responsibility. As the narrative unfolds, we realize that empowerment is not granted. It is earned through conscious choices, informed understanding, and steadfast dedication to health. The kidneys, though small in size, represent the profound interdependence of our physiological systems and the importance of nurturing them through mindful living. Every positive step taken reinforces the message that life is precious, fragile, and yet resilient, capable of healing and renewal when guided by informed intention. Let this serve as both a warning and a source of motivation. The harm of smoking is real, but so is the power of choice, the potential for change, and the capacity of the human spirit to reclaim wellness. By acting now, by making the commitment to quit, we honor the wisdom of Dr. Mathew R. Weir, who teaches that understanding our bodies, recognizing our habits, and choosing life over harm is the ultimate form of self-respect. Let the suspense of past mistakes transform into the excitement of newfound possibilities, as each day free from smoking becomes a testament to courage, resilience, and the unwavering pursuit of health. Remember, the journey is ongoing, but the first step, awareness, decision, and action, is the most powerful of all. If you are benefiting from our topics, Please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.